Yo, what's going on, guys? All right, so I have a cautionary tale and something that I just want to talk about for a few minutes here. So I'm just leaving this coffee shop, which is the one I go to every Tuesday after my piano lessons. It's called Black River Roasters, and it's amazing. I just had a pour over, and it was delicious. So this has been like just one of these years for me, as I've been mentioning in some of these videos, where I just want to share things with you guys as I learn them, as I experience them, in hopes to, I don't know, inspire and help you guys out, possibly, if you're in the same space as I'm in, or a similar space. So today's video, I want to talk a little bit about how important it is to be careful not to fall into the trap of being distracted by different ways of making music. Let's talk about this for a bit. So as a content creator, right, it's important to kind of understand what your lane is. You know, are you as a music content creator, let's talk about that. So are you in a space where you have your main thing that you use to make music and you're an expert at that, and you're sharing how to use that thing, as well as how to use that to become a master user, as well as how, like, I guess, general music tips within that thing, right? Are you an Ableton expert? Are you the go-to person for that, for Logic, for whatever it is, or for a piece of hardware? Are you someone who is less about sharing tutorials, but more about just sharing your art itself and not really giving tips and tricks, but more so just showing, creating a vibe, talking about whatever, but sharing your music essentially? Or are you someone who's like going to be focused on just, sharing information and exposure about different products, like a whole bunch of different products, and you're spending a lot of time learning those products and less time actually making stuff creative for yourself? And for me, man, I've been on this YouTube, journey, content creator journey, for several years now, and I'm just getting more and more aware of where my space is. Tom from MySpace. Yeah. But yeah, where my space is in this whole community. And I'm still not there fully, but what I do understand is you have to be careful about, if you're a creative person who wants to make music. Like, I've been spending a lot more time recently learning gear, gear that I may or may not even care to learn, but I felt maybe a sense of obligation, I guess, to be able to share with my community and share my thoughts on it and stuff like that, at a time where I don't need any new gear because I'm already creatively inspired by the stuff that I'm currently using. And what I experienced today, man, I just watched the video, and I should also state that I've been sort of on this journey to kind of figure out where my home base is for music production. Where is the place that I could send other stuff to that I've created in these different areas, on the OPZ and Core Gadget and Koala Sampler, on my workstation back at home? Where's the place that, once I'm getting musical ideas started there, that I can bring them all to and potentially finish a song, right? I released the album, Kayla Joy album, about a year ago, I guess now, and I want to release more music, but it's been hard to get a system in place because I've kind of been all over the place. I started this chord daily thing and I stopped that on a dime. I said, wait a second, this doesn't feel right. I want to learn chords and I want to talk about it, but I don't want to do it every single day because I don't think I need to do it every single day. So I stopped it. I'm like, all right, let's focus back in on what I need to do. And that's what I'm kind of like learning right now. But ultimately, that thing for me is Ableton, right? I'm spending time learning Ableton. Ableton Live 12 is coming out very soon. And I just had a really great time just now in this cafe, loading some oldies songs and like chopping samples in Ableton, something that I've never really thought to do because I use Koala Sampler. I'm like, oh, Ableton works quite well with this. It works really well and it's all there. And I'm leaning into that a little bit. I'm like, this. I just had a lot of fun with it. So I wanted to kind of share that with you guys. And like what I'm kind of doing right now, I have probably about, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe like 4 to 5 pieces of hardware and maybe 1 to 2 to 3 pieces of software, hardware in my closet, software, on my Mac or my iPad, that I either have an obligation because I'm in contact with the company, or I have an obligation to you guys to share. And I said, you know what? Like, having these things out in my space is not good right now, because I'm having so much fun with what I'm currently using, which right now is Ableton, is still my OPZ, 6 years in the game. I still have fun using that. And then I talked a little bit about it, but my Nord piano, connecting that to my OP1 field. And I am going to be releasing the OP1 field tapes that I'm just being, either piano practice or creating loops or creating chords or doing whatever, and just not caring about what's there, and giving that to you guys for like $5 a month, for my channel memberships, and having you just listen to it and be like, oh shoot, this is a lot of garbage on here, or not garbage, a lot of stuff that I can't use. Kevin practicing piano, fine. But there's also like, oh, I found a really cool moment here. I could use that for a musical idea and go and have at it. Like, that to me is something that's super exciting. So I'm like, I'm figuring out the exact workflow. I want to do this sooner than later, but essentially I have like close to all of the tapes filled with stuff. And once I get these first, 6 tapes, right? Or 8 tapes. Once I get these 8 completely filled, I'm going to, I guess, not Dropbox, maybe Google Drive, and then have like a link in my community tab for channel members, to have access to that. Still got to figure out the idea between channel memberships and my Patreon, which is 2 different ways of growing community that I'm still not fully there on which one, whether I want to have both or whether I want to focus on one. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys, right? So I'm feeling inspired. Oh, and yes, putting the things away. Let me get back to the point. Putting the things away and like taking them out only when I feel like I want to learn something new. Right now, I don't want to learn anything new. Right now, I want to like play with the ways that I am being inspired by. So it's a never ending journey. Understanding your space, understanding what brings you joy when it comes to creating content, and understanding what is bringing value to other people, right? For any of you guys that are sitting there watching this video right now, like, hopefully you learned something, and hopefully you were inspired, or you learned a little piece of information, or a golden nugget, as I used to say that word when I used to work at Verizon. I wouldn't say it often, but I've used it, and it was like I forget the exact joke, but it was like a running joke with that. Anyway, yes, I'm off to the gym now, so I'm gonna go work out, and I just wanted to share this with you guys, and hopefully it inspired you or something like that. All right, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace.